Will an undead character send Marvel Strike Force to the graveyard? Will the new War Dog Wakandans be a pay-to-play release? And what other changes do you need to be aware of for update 6.5? We're talking all about this and more in this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. This week, I am joined by my brother DorkyDad to discuss it all. And if you're ready for it, brother DorkyDad, tell him what to do.
Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello. What is up, Valley Maniacs? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. Hope you're having a great day. Hope update 6.5 doesn't have you too down because we got a lot of things to cover in this video, hopefully to cheer you up. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button because we have at least 5 Marvel gaming videos per week on this channel. If you've already subscribed, thank you for joining. Welcome back. And we are joined by my brother DorkyDad to talk all about update 6.5 in Marvel Strike Force and everything else going on. How are you doing, DorkyDad?
I'm personally doing okay because I've decided to take a different kind of path with this game. But a lot of people around me are not doing okay. And I've seen a lot of friends walk away in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, I've seen those screenshots. And I think we got some of the screenshots from your Discord that we're going to talk about. Some alliances disbanding. So let's just get right into it. We got a lot of things to discover. I'm going to ask you straight up, is update 6.5 the worst release ever in your opinion?
What they're deciding to do with the character release methods does seem to be the worst thing they've ever decided to do. I'm all for trying new things, but what they're trying is just greed. They're just trying to see how greedy they can be.
Yes, I would agree with that. And it's very apparent by the release of Zombie Iron Man, costing a lot of money, more than our releases have been in the past. But I guess that's kind of been the trend. Instead of $25 and $50 character offers, now we're getting $50 and $100 character offers. So the price continues to go up on this game, but the quality, the amount of bugs, just it's being reduced, the quality of this game. The other thing that I did want to discuss is something in this update here, not just the Zombie Iron Man release, not just the price, the dark promo credits just for Zombie Iron Man. So I saved up a bunch of orbs. I know some people were going to use their Elite 7s that we've been saving up for a while. Did you purchase Zombie Iron Man, and were you saving some red stars for him to open for him?
No, I didn't purchase Zombie Iron Man, and I had actually opened all my orbs the day before the patch hit because I wanted more dark promo credits for Red Hulk, and I was gonna skip Zombie Iron Man anyway because the kit that they gave us isn't the kit that's currently in game, so he's a much better character than what they had led us to believe in the Envoy program and in the blog. So it's like both things happened. They did a stupid release method, so I would have passed on them, but I was already going to pass on them. But now I just get to be angry with everybody else because it's dark promo credits. It's like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, so we got the dark promos, the expensive release. We got the word beforehand that there would be no offers other than this initial offers, and the only way you get shards for him is with this event that is coming up, the controversial event. The other thing that is causing some rift with the community is this event for Nakia. They talk about this Dogs of War in the release notes. And if you plan on battling through the heroic difficulty, and this seems like some of the campaign releases that we've had in the past, where they have the normal, the hard, and then the heroic. Well, it doesn't look like you're gonna get to heroic difficulty unless you have War Dogs, and it looks like it did get changed from the Wakandans. Now, the War Dogs, if you're not sure, this is the release method for Nakia, so unless you purchase her, you're not gonna be able to use Nakia in this. And if we're looking at the data mines, it looks like the Black Panther 1 million BC is gonna be a month-long event. So free-to-play players won't be able to get Black Panther 1 million BC till the end of the month. We're gonna talk a little bit about that to go a little bit more into the data mines here, but yeah, do all of these things make this the worst patch ever, DorkyDad?
Well, event campaigns have long been touted as like the best release method, and then they introduced the heroic mode. I think it started with Doctor Strange Heartless, but then veteran players like me and you, we still just blew through the heroic mode anyway. So I guess instead of making heroic mode interesting difficulty / reward wise, they just said slap a gated tag on it instead to build money, and we'll do that instead. So it's like they tried to do something cool, and then when that didn't work, they said, okay, well, let's turn what we tried to do cool into a money making thing instead. And that seems bad. I don't like how they're now trying to also ruin event campaigns. I think that's a really silly move.
Yeah, that was the release method that everyone was saying that is the most friendly way to get characters, and now they're taking that away, making that into a more paid version of this. Instead of introducing more modes, more ways to use our characters in the game, it seems like it's just finding more ways to spend. And DorkyDad, we're almost done with October, which means that November is coming up. And if you know, these patch days, they last for about 5, 6, sometimes 7 weeks, which means that this is the patch that Thanksgiving is happening in. So Thanos Giving 2.0 looks like it's starting off very strong, DorkyDad. Are you looking forward to Thanksgiving during this 6.5 release, which at least for me is one of the worst updates ever?
Well, I'm Canadian, so we had our Thanksgiving a few weeks ago. So this one's for you guys. This one's for you guys in the States. You guys enjoy this one, and I'm just going to start getting ready for Christmas.
All right, so we'll not Thanksgiving, Thanos Giving. Are you looking forward to Thanos Giving this year?
You know what? It kind of feels like they're trying to spread that Thanos Giving price gouging out into a bunch of different events and character releases so that we don't notice it. But they really started it off with a bang. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to how the rest of this patch is going to turn out.
Okay, and guys, make sure you get all of your comments in and everything to Archangel and Cerebro, because I think we have just like 3 or 4 more days before to talk to the devs and give us their feedback before they go in their 2 to 3 month break for the holidays. So that is coming up. You know they're going to be gone. We're going to have a bunch of bugs. They're not going to respond to any of this stuff. We're going to get very little communication. So keep that in mind, guys. All of your comments, everything, get them to Cerebro, get them to Archangel as soon as possible, because they're going to go into holiday mode here. Now, let's delve a little bit more into this Zombie Iron Man release. Here's the offers here. Some very, very expensive offers for Zombie Iron Man. No orbs to open. Usually I like to do these orb opening videos. It's fun. You know, it's sometimes fun to get good red stars, or sometimes it's very frustrating, but it always makes for good content, rather, you know, if it's a good release or a bad release. Nothing. No orbs to open for him. He's not in any of these orbs. What is this the new precedent for these characters going forward? Seems like all of the good characters, all of our horseman characters, Doom, Dormammu, need dark promo credits. Is this a trend going forward now, DorkyDad?
I think this is a stress test, and they're going to see how this goes over. And I hope it's going over as poorly as we perceive it through Twitch and through Reddit and through everything else as far as sales go, because I really hope this is not something they try and do later. Now, Zombie Iron Man, I guess, is a special case because he's part of a duo, so there is not a full 5-person team. So you can see maybe he's a little special, but he's definitely not this level of special they're trying to do. And like you said, no orbs of either shards or red stars. Maybe they're just mad at content creators, so they didn't want us to be able to make videos. Maybe we caused this.
Maybe we were complaining too much about all the bad drops and all of the bad RNGs. Like, all right, here, this is the shards, and it's going right into the store right now. So you don't have to go do these red star orbs, because that whole system kind of sucks. But now you could get the stuff just by purchasing everything. So no RNG, just spend your money. All right, so the other thing going on with him, and I can confirm I did see him in a dark promo store last night. Obviously, I'm not buying this. I'm not spending dark promos on this when we have all these horsemen to worry about. You know, the Red Hulk, that's a good choice. Zombie Iron Man, though, the character just for war, I don't know if I'm feeling that right now. All right, so he's there. The other thing that happened is these uniques for Zombie Iron Man were missing. The chromium, it was not there. It's not in the orbs right now. They did send us this, and I guess it gets us to level 7 or gear 13 if you do have Zombie Iron Man. More looks to be coming, though, with all this stuff. Let's go to the blog here to talk about his gear. So this was sent out last night regarding Zombie Iron Man's unique gear. The original intention was to deliver advanced, superior fortified chromium via the maintenance inbox message when the game servers returned from maintenance. An inbox message that is sent containing the purple, the orange, and this is enough to get to tier 13. Apologize for the delay. Now, this is what is funny to me. I don't know if you've read this. You're going to earn fortified chromium, the trick or treat event starting tomorrow at October 26, 2 p.m. But if you look at the blog, this is written on October 26th, which means tomorrow would be the 27th, but it's been edited. I guess it really said the 29th, and he edited this to say the 26th. So this is the edited version that is still wrong. What is going on at Scopely, DorkyDad? Why can't they get things straight? Why all these errors now?
I believe this is what you call an oh my god panic post. Obviously trying to do damage control, but when everything that is trash with this is intended, there's no way to do damage control. So probably this poor guy is on fire because there's nothing he can say that'll make people appeased, and so nonsense comes out, and that's I don't envy his job, because this is garbage.
My goodness, he couldn't even get the edit right. It was the 29th. It was fixed to say the 26th, but that doesn't make any sense either. My final question before we move on from Zombie Iron Man, and we're going to talk about him a little more, but is Greg now a top character in the game?
Oh yeah, top. You know, he's the best character in the game.
Yeah, especially in war, right? Let me just show you this stuff. I know you've seen this. This was on your server. This was shared to me this morning on stream. And if you guys can see this, it's 135k Hela, a 21k Zombie Iron Man taking out a huge Uncanny X-Men team. And if you look at the weakest character on the team, Storm, you combine Hela and Zombie Iron Man's stats, they still don't add out the Storm's stats here. One character, and these weak characters are taking out an entire team. How does this make you feel? Two characters can take out a whole team that you've spent building and putting all this gear in, and this character that doesn't even have orange gear is able to take that character out.
Or a single red star. This feels gross. So I guess Iron Man, he keeps coming back the same way Greg does. But the idea that 137 or 135, however big the Hela is, 135. The idea that she is surviving the big damage that, say, a Storm ult would do, or a Cyclops ult would do, or even just the Magic Special would do, is crazy. Now, I get it. It's from Greg when he dies, clearing debuffs so the defense down doesn't stick, and then he gives immunity or something insane like that. But how did this team do enough damage that they didn't accidentally get Hela one-shot at some point?
Look,
is it just
the timer?
Like,
look at this timer here.
It's quick too. You're right. 2 minutes in. This feels wrong. This is a different kind of power leap. And I know you were saying earlier that this is a war offense character, and the kit definitely leads us to believe that. But the fact that they're doing this means that this team, this duo, is definitely going to be usable elsewhere in Cosmic Crucible. We'll see how they destroy that game mode next.
Oh my goodness. Everybody was saying, I was playing my Crucible matches this morning, saying, oh, use your Zombie Iron Man. I'm like, I don't have a Zombie Iron Man. I'm not getting that character at that cost that they have for him. But yeah, I mean, if they're this dominating in war, they're probably going to be dominating in Crucible. That's probably about it.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. There's been a request for more zombies, and this may be a hint are more coming. So Zach Hardy on Facebook said Zombie Iron Man would have been cooler with a complete zombie team. Oh, now after seeing that stats in war, seeing what they do, I don't know if I agree with that, but we have a response from the official Marvel Strike Force Facebook account. Jack Hardy, we hear you. Does this mean that there's more zombie pain coming to Marvel Strike Force?
I super hope not. And I hope this is just those Facebook guys getting tongue in cheek and being silly. I just really hope. Let's have a zombie Wanda in the Christmas patch cost $300. Sorry, Timmy, you don't get a train set. I had to buy zombie Scarlet.
Well, that's to pay for all their Christmas gifts while they were away on vacation for those 2 to 3 months during the holidays. Because we know December, we're not hearing anything. January, we're not hearing anything. That's probably going to start sometime in November. So Yeah,
Fair enough.
That's what they need to do. Bring us a zombie Scarlet Witch, and that's how they're going to pay for all the Lear jets that they go in. Is this a bad precedent for the game?
Yeah, it is. Like I said, I really hope this is a one-off. I hope it does poorly, and I hope they learn their lesson from this. Though we're going to get into the Nakia stuff in a little bit too. So it seems like they're trying a bunch of bad stuff this patch. Hopefully it all flops and they figure it out and start doing better, but we'll see.
Before this dropped, were you actually hopeful for 6.5? Because I thought this would be a good release. I was looking forward to it. I was looking forward to Zombie Iron Man, and then it dropped. We got all this news just sprung on us yesterday, and it really put a bad taste in my mouth. Were you looking forward to this before we got all that information yesterday when this patch dropped?
Well, you know me, I'm huge and discouraged. So I was pretty excited to see the new War Dog team. I didn't care about Zombie Iron Man. It's a cool concept. I like the zombie comics, but I'm not super thrilled about that kind of a reskin kind of thing. Yeah. But I was very excited about War Dogs. And now all the air is out of my sails here. Like, yeah.
Well, let's talk about those War Dogs, because like we mentioned before, Nakia's event, you're going to need War Dogs to get to that heroic difficulty. And this kind of goes in conjunction with what we saw with the Datamines here. Prep Pestilence and the first Panther Progress. I can't talk anymore. The first Panther Progress. It looks like that is going to be the month-long event. And further down, they talk about these Vibranium meteorites, Panther pelts. That looks like that's going to be the unique material that we need to collect for this. Why are they releasing the War Dogs like this? And has this taken more wind out of your sails for these War Dogs for this Scourge event that's coming up probably in 6.6 whenever they release that?
Yeah, 100%. Now, there's a couple things that I'm not sure on the dates on. Like, so with a monthly character, depending how they do the shard distribution, maybe free to play can still get him unlocked before the Nakia event starts. I just don't know when those dates are going to line up. But if it is the case that heroic mode is completely locked from you unless you bought Black Panther 1 million, 1 mm. What does that stand for?
I believe it's from 1 million BC, but they have 1 mm in the game, so it's confusing how they wrote that.
Okay. Yeah. So if the case is that you need to buy the monthly character to even be able to touch the heroic mode, then yeah, I'm gonna be super duper disappointed. There's no other way to say it. I'll be very down on this game if that's the case.
And of course, this is a data mine. This is subject to change, but from what I'm reading into, this looks like this is the first event that we're gonna get our big thing. I'm thinking that this Vibranium meteorites that they're talking about here, that's gonna be our first big piece of that. What is it? The Panther Progress, the first Panther Progress. It seems like that's gonna be the first one. So normally before that first event, we're not able to get these characters unlocked. It seems like. Yeah, this is gonna be one of the big, or the Nakia event is gonna be one of the big things there. So hopefully we're wrong on this. Hopefully this can be changed before it actually goes live in the game. So hopefully that is something that is coming. Now, The other thing I wanted to ask you, do you think Scopely is actively trying to kill their game? Do you think they're moving on to other projects? In one of the dev interviews that was done on Game Informer, Sean Dugan said that they have other projects that they're moving on to, that they're working on. Are they checking out of Marvel Strike Force and just trying to cash out right now?
Well, it certainly feels that way. So it's possible. I normally scoff at people when they say that kind of stuff, but there's just so much squeezing of the top spenders going on right now. Like every single event is pay to complete now, and progressively more pay to complete than before. Like it used to be we didn't get the final milestone unless we paid. Now it's like you don't get the final 5 milestones unless you pay. So it's like it's getting progressively more squeezy. People are burning out. The player base is declining. They have to know this, but they're continuing to ramp it up.
Well,
so they either have an idiot in charge or maybe they're trying to kill it.
Well, here's what is kind of killing me with this. If we go to this Midnight Haunt event, we do have a leaderboard there. And some of these milestones you could blitz, but even with blitzing and going all your 8 rotations a day, it's not possible to have this kind of score without spending a ton of power cores. But if we look at the leaders here, and it looks like some cheaters have been removed there, because there's no 1, 2, there's no 4,
No,
5.
they jumbled it. It's not even that they took people out. It's just that they broke leaderboards. They broke them everywhere. They broke it in Cosmic Crucible too.
Oh, so this is not a bug. They're not removing cheaters. This is just bugged.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. But if you look at these scores though, I'm not sure if these are legit scores. So Donald Mack obviously spends a lot of money. Do they have an incentive to change when you have some of these players spending crazy amounts of money on these trashy events like this? Is this setting a bad precedent for the devs and for the community here?
Absolutely it is. The fact that they put that ISO 5 blue in there obviously enticed Tandomac to go hard, right? Because he wants to have the first giant apocalypse. But
only for the top 50. Nobody else gets it.
Yeah.
Only the top 50.
Yeah. But, and when you think about it in a different way, Pants of Hulk, they kind of ramped down their spending, right? They weren't Krakens anymore. I know we're going to get into this.
Yeah.
That alliance is gone. Dolphins and baby whales are dropping off like flies. Tandomac, he loves the game. He wants the biggest apocalypse. He wants to be able to use it and compete. That's great. Who is he going to compete against when all the mid spenders are gone and it's just Legion and Mutiny left? Who are they going to compete against, and how stale is that going to get, especially when they only see each other once every 2 weeks in war?
It'll be whale on whale battles, and that'll be it. No free-to-play players, no dolphins, no minnows, only Kraken battles, I think.
Well, I'm sure there'll still be free-to-play players, but there's a difference when Krakens fight whales, right? It's still somewhat engaging, somewhat fun. But, and let me tell you, because we've been doing it, when whales fight free-to-play, it's boring. When Krakens then have to start facing free-to-play players, it's like sim mode for them at that point, and that is going to get super stale. So they need to be careful with how much they're pushing these crazy spenders, because they're pushing that middle bracket out.
Yeah, it seems like there's an endless cycle that's going on. They keep raising the prices, making these offers and events more and more scummy. Players leave, not as many people are spending, so they need to ramp up their offers, and then more players leave, and eventually it's going to run out of players. So do you think there's an end to this cycle that we seem to be in right now? Because Scopely doesn't seem to be focusing on fun and bringing their players back. They seem to just looking at short-term profits right now.
I think you're right. They're looking at short-term over long-term life and health of the game, which this is a money-printing game. They could run this for years. There's enough content in the Marvel IP to do it. But the rate they're burning that oil, this machine is gonna fry soon, right? Yeah. And I think it's a slow death right now. I think because people are spending enormous amounts of money, like that's 4 million points. Divide that by 15. That's how much cores he would have had to spend to get that.
My
because Tandomac ain't blitzing. I hate to tell you, he ain't blitzing.
No.
So
he probably did 0 rotations for that score.
Exactly. So it's like, whoa, I don't know what to tell you guys, but it feels like a slow death, and the slope of that death is now like it's going down. So yeah. We'll see, I suppose.
And it's not like the quality is going up. It seems like we're getting more and more bugs as the prices continue to raise, and we're getting less and less like fun, engaging content. It's just grind is what it feels like. And I'm still playing right now because I'm hopeful that things can turn around. The things, I don't think they've ever been this bad, but things have gotten bad in the past. They've turned it around. It's been a fun experience, and then have gotten bad, and it's like this cycle. But we've been in this downtrend for a long time. And you mentioned this before. This downtrend has even affected one of the top clusters in the game. I used to be in the Pants of Hulk cluster way back in the day, but then got a little too crazy for me. And this was another message from your Discord, and this is from Hollow. Guys, I'm sure things are flying around already. Pants of Hulk are switching off the lights this Sunday. Scopely worked really hard to make sure people quit, and they achieved it. I'll be quitting too, so we'll need a new cluster leader, and I'll help them with the transition. Was my pleasure playing with all you, building this cluster together. What are you guys feeling in your alliance right now because of this? Or will you not feel this till Sunday?
Well, I'm not in the Pants of Hulk cluster alliance.
Has this affected you guys?
Oh yeah. Well, so it hasn't. A lot of people in Baby Yoda and in the Legion cluster Discord that I'm in, we're all like, yeah, that makes sense. And that's how close the game is to really having a mass exodus of players. Everyone's just like, yeah, no, that makes sense what they're doing. So I don't know. It's terrible. It's terrible that people are like, yeah, quitting seems to make sense.
Yeah. Especially with another Marvel game just released last week, Marvel Snap, which personally I'm having a lot of fun on. Different kind of game. It's a card game instead of a hero collector. I guess it's sort of a hero collector, but it's not like an RPG. It's a very fun game. I'm having fun with that. So the timing of this is very weird. I mean, this seems like Marvel Future Revolution 2.0, but I'm actually very, very happy with Marvel Snap. It's not as grindy as the other one. I could just play that really quick. So weird timing for Scopely to do all this stuff. Now, the other thing that they did yesterday was getting more bang for your buck on the web, 48% more. I don't know where they come up with these numbers here, but enjoy the new and improved bang for your buck web milestone. Complete 14 exciting milestones. Get 48% more bang for your buck on the web with new rewards, including precious gold, teal. With these rewards multiply every week, take your heroes up. What they don't say in this blog is to get those 48% more rewards, you have to spend 5 times as much. We go to the web store right now and look at this. You have to spend $500 to get all of these rewards instead of just the 100 that it was previously. So while this blog post makes it sound like, oh, we're just getting more stuff. No. You got to spend a lot more to get this stuff. Did you see this, and were you aware of all the extra spending that you need to do just to get those 48% more rewards?
No, I haven't spent $1 since Mr. Negative, because I spent way too much on Mr. Negative and it was a little bit of a reality check. So I haven't even seen this until now. This is so disturbing that to them it's normal. The idea that people are going to spend $500 a week because that's how long bang for your buck lasts is normal.
It's new and improved, though. It's new and improved, DorkyDad.
No,
it says it right there.
This is old and pulled straight out of the dumpster. This is old and trash. This is, God, my God. Oh.
That is a real live reaction, folks. All right. Next thing that I want to talk about is this. Blitzing.
Oh,
we talked about the prices increasing, the quality going down. This is just another example. This is the second post patch notes blog that we got about errors going on in the game. I guess one of them was the zombie Iron Man gear. This is the other one here. Issue with squad select after blitzing. And to be fair to Scopely, I tried this on my phone, on my BlueStack just before this, and it seemed to be working correctly. But not for everybody. There was an issue where squad select did not appear to be working after a player plays a blitz battle and their characters are on cooldown. Therefore, the player will have difficulty accessing their full roster in any squad select until the cooldown expires. This issue requires a fix on the client side, which it seems like most of the errors that are in the players or in Scopely's favor require a client-side fix, whereas all the errors that are in our favor, they fix it very, very quickly because they're all server-side. Anyway, you need to download an update from the respective app store. It's in the works. The fix, it's in the works right now, available as soon as possible, meaning 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Definitely after this Blitz event that's going on right now. And it's in the works, available as soon as possible. Message was soon published as the updates are available for download. Apologize for the inconvenience. Thank you for your patience while this issue is dealt with. DorkyDad, are you experiencing this world-class experience that we all deserve in Marvel Strike Force?
I thought this was going to address a completely different issue with the Blitz, where like your characters aren't even showed on the roster anymore. Like not even squad related, just on the left.
I think it's all the same bug. They didn't mention here, but I think it's all the same bug.
Okay. Well, this is so silly, and I really hope before they take their 6-month vacation that they get this fixed, because this is so silly.
Oh my goodness!
It's so silly that people just went and dropped $500 to finish their bang for their buck for their zombie Iron Man that they were able to get 1 red star on, and now they can't find him because they used him in Blitz, so they can't even access him to use in War. What? What? Oh my God.
The ridiculousness of this company is shocking. And I'm still holding out hope that this can be improved, but they keep digging their hole even more and more and more.
Oh my God.
Especially during this trashy, grindy midnight hunt event. Are you even trying to push for this and blitzing, or are you just saying screw it, screw the month-long milestones? I don't need 2099. I don't need his gear.
Dude, when I saw your score, I was like, oh, I'm behind. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Oh shoot, I'm behind. I'm at like 30,000 points right now, so I must be completely checked out.
Hey, it is understandable.
I guess I have, I think, near 2,000 cores. I guess I'm just popping on my cores to try and get that little suit there on milestone 20.
Yeah, I've done this through blitzing, which might be why I'm a little more salty than usual, but I've been blitzing a lot.
We need to stop. You've been blitzing a lot. You're at 53,000. Tandomac is at 4 million points right now. Does this explain the Kraken / Dolphin gap to anybody? Or to figure, like, this is a different world that we're living in. No wonder we're getting price gouged to death. This makes 0 sense. Oh my god!
It makes 0 sense if fun is the goal, but it makes a lot of sense if profits are the only goal. And I think that's what it seems like. It is. There's been a shift recently, and maybe not recently, within the past few months. I guess. What would you call it? Where would you call that shift? The apocalypse announcements, or before that?
Let me think about that. It feels like things were normal up until the Morgan Le Fay event still. And they were just trying something new, and they were trying something. Spider-Woman was the first monthly release, and she was fine because it was free to play friendly. We got through it. We got a 4-star. It was all good.
I like the first two, Spider-Woman and Dazzler. I thought they were both pretty good. They were both pretty fun.
After Dazzler, it became a gong show. And Abomination, if we're talking about the slope where things are getting bad, the Abomination one was like, okay, monthly events, by the way, they suck.
Yeah. Like, this 2099 one sucks even worse. And we get maybe one bad event during these monthly milestones. The rest of them are pretty easy for the first few. Now it seems like everything is grind, and it's like, is the juice worth the squeeze?
Well, I'm at 30,000 points to your 50, so clearly I think it's not.
Oh my goodness. And I thought I was really behind. I'm just, after I get this one right here, I wanted this. I'm not even sure I care about this anymore. I don't really use Elsa Bloodstone, but I want this just to complete the event. I've completed all of them. Be a shame if I don't, if after all this work, all the blitzing for these previous events, if I don't get this, that'll be even worse for this.
It'll be heartbreaking.
Yeah. So, all right. So I don't know. Will all these milestones not be completable in the future? Because look at this. You mentioned not getting a few. As it stands right now, I might get to right here and 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. I don't think I'm getting any of them.
So let's put this into perspective as well. So let's look at milestone 20 for a second. That's where the monthly event stuff ends, right?
Yes. That's
at 68,000. Now let's scroll down to the last milestone. How much is that?
That is, it reset there. All right, 250,000. I'm not doing that.
Okay, so there is such a gap between those two numbers, and I think the idea they have in their head is that free-to-play are going to hit that monthly milestone marker and get that. And so the next 10 milestones, you're going to have to pony up some money or use some saved cores to get that. And if you look at milestones 29 through 21, those rewards suck. There's nowhere near enough value there. So are people really willing to drop? This has got to be $100 plus, right? On cores, if cores are 15, 8,000 times 15, that would do it. This has got to be like $100 to try and get that Elite 5 and some and to compete on this. Oh my god,
it's more cheater boards. And I'm not. I thought they removed people, but now you're saying that it's just all jumbled. It's all screwed up. So
yeah, it's just all jumbled.
Maybe the cheaters are still there.
Maybe. All right. I don't know, man. Events are getting terrible. They've been terrible.
They're getting worse and worse and worse. They don't. They're not introducing more fun. They're introducing more grind, is what it seems like.
Yeah.
All right. Did you have fun in War earlier this week?
What War?
All right. So if you guys didn't notice, because I'm not sure if anybody's playing War super hard, except for the top end alliances like you guys, War was canceled, and Dorky, I have no rewards in my inbox right now. Did you get any rewards yet?
Not yet.
All right. Well, this is from This is from October 25th, so 2 days ago. Today, there was an issue with Alliance War not starting at the scheduled time. We know that many alliances coordinate war strategies in advance and make specific time allotments, so we have diagnosed the problem. Rather than have the war start at odd times conflict with your schedules, the first war of the week is canceled. Players will see a countdown timer leading up to their in-game war, but when the timer ends, the scheduled war actually won't start. The compensation equal to Alliance earning a victory will subsequently be delivered to all players that have unlocked the Alliance War feature. When is this coming? When is this coming? I thought it would be after the Zone 4 ends. Everybody get it, but yeah, Zone 4 ended and nothing, and we still don't have anything at this time. And I think the second war of the week may be completed as of us recording this for already for Zone 1. So when do you think we're gonna get this?
Maybe they'll give it to us when the season ends. It's very weird. It definitely should have went out the second that the last zone to start, when that war would have ended. It should have went out right away then. Yeah, maybe do they have to go alliance by alliance to look at the league they're in and then to give them the rewards? Just give everybody masters or whatever the highest war league is. Just give them everybody that, because a single wars rewards isn't a drop in the bucket anyway. Just make it simple and get it done, guys. Come on.
How good do you think this game would be if the devs actually were paying attention, looking at their details, and didn't have to constantly fix these bugs and go back to fixing these bugs and addressing the upset community and giving out compensation? Do you think if more of the time was allocated to quality assurance and making sure there's no bugs, they could actually spend time developing some of these features that we want? Or is this, they're not going to change? We're just going to keep getting bugs all the time?
Yeah, like if they fix the stability of the game, then I think people would have less concern about the monstrous financial burdens Scopely's trying to put on people. But that's not the world we live in. Instead, Scopely employees have a dartboard that's made out of human flesh, and they throw darts at it to see how they're going to torture the player base with different kinds of offers and events. And that's where they put their effort. They just keep adding slots onto that turning wheel.
Ah, okay. That sounds pretty accurate. And I haven't been to the Scopely headquarters, but sounds pretty accurate there. Yeah. All right. You ready? We had another bug that happened this week. We had this offer. Did you see this offer?
I saw pictures of it. Yeah.
It was for an Armory 17 orb, but when you actually spent these 100 cores and purchased it, you would get an Armory 16 orb. I don't think this has been addressed at all by the devs, but this is false advertising. I think this is illegal in some countries, if not most countries. What is going to be done about this?
I mean, hopefully they send people an Armory 17 orb for it. I just don't understand how this mistake is made, because this is like a brand new looking offer, an Armory 17 orb in association with cores. So how do you, I don't know how you square that circle.
Well, they just should have put 16 here, but they just don't look at the details. They don't cross their T's, dot their I's.
Are we now allowing false advertisement to be excused away by fat thumbs? Is that what we're doing?
No, you Scopely. This is illegal. This is false advertising. This is not what we're getting.
Yeah, no, just send the people who did that an Armory 17 orb, call it a day. One orb isn't going to break the economy. It would be silly if they do anything but that.
Just send it. Yeah, I'm not. You can't even do anything with Armory 17 orb. It's giving you like tiny bits of pieces that we need like 40 pieces for. Send it out. Give it to everybody as compensation, and it will affect my account very little right now. All right, so one of the big things that I was looking for in this update is these new campaign difficulties. That was not launched yet, but we did get some insight into some other characters, and I do think this is a positive. It's not all negative, but some of the offers and the bugs and stuff are. We have a few characters that are becoming farmable when these hard nodes are released. First, I want to talk about is Wong. If we go to this find button here, we'll see that Wong is going to be farmable at Heroes 1-3. Nice. Other characters that we have coming is Emma. That was not announced previously, but it looks, if we go to the find button for Emma, we go all the way down. It sees Heroes 1-9 is where Emma is going to be released. Next character I want to talk about is someone that I did not really go hard on because it's a war character, but Madeline Pryor. If we go into her find button here, Heroes 2-9, for Madeline. And last but not least, the character that was advertised is Cersei becoming farmable as well. This is the big one for me. And she's going to be on Villains 2.9. The other one that they mentioned, Philavel, in that blog post, well, if we go and check her out, well, no big thing because she's already in the arena store, but yeah, she's not going to be in the hard node campaign. So is this a good thing that all these characters are being farmable? And when do you expect to see this new hard mode difficulty launch into the game?
Probably 2 weeks is when I think it would launch. Cersei and Wong is a good thing. They should have been two of them. The other two should have been Icarus and Agatha or something like putting Emma and Madeline in there is gross, especially Emma. Come on, how old is she at this point? They put her in the milestone orbs. They rain milestone orbs on people. And Madeline sucks. She's slow. She's a war defense character that came with like 3 built-in counters already. Outside of war defense, unless she's on a raid node on the opposite side of the field of view, she sucks. If she doesn't have super scopely inflated stats, she's awful. And like from the Scourge mode, she's good there when she's used against you. But she's so slow, easily controllable. She doesn't deserve to be on a new campaign like that. It really should have been, the Eternal should have been there. They never should have been even thought about being put into premium orbs a year after the release. And then they should start rolling out some of the newer characters that we're going to be using to unlock Apocalypse.
I agree with you. We were promised 2 farmable characters. We're getting 4. So I think that's good. Obviously, they could have chosen better characters. It is horrible that Icarus has not been farmable for this long. Madeline was the other one that just made no sense that she wasn't farmable because she's, like you said, she's not that good. Why are they holding her off so much? They held off on Cull for a long time. They held off on Moondragon for a long time. Those were important parts of important teams. Madeline, I don't know why they held off on her for so long. So that is what we can look forward to. When is it coming? Who knows? But what we do have in the game right now, not for use right now, but we have new costumes in the game as well. There's a couple that aren't mentioned here that I do want to highlight here. The first, we have the Iron Man costume, and that was something that was described in the blog post. If we go into the Iron Man costume, take a look at that. How are you feeling about this Iron Man Silver Centurion look?
What a missed opportunity. They could have done the Superior Iron Man to have that, the silver costume, the evil Iron Man. Would have been really cool. Instead, they just go, I get it's the retro look.
It's a palette swap.
Yeah.
This is so much easier for, we know the devs are lazy. Come on now.
Honestly, they could have done a palette swap on the original skin and just made it all white. And I still would have been like, well, they didn't put much effort into it, but at least it's white.
Yeah.
You know, like... But yeah, whatever. Who cares? I'm not gonna spend money on this. Never would.
Yeah, I mean, at least this is a character that we can use right now. The other one that was an important war character like 2 years ago, all the way down at the bottom of my roster because I've not built him up. This looks nice, but I don't know where you're gonna use him. This does look like the movie Namor. Yeah. Excited? Not excited? It does look good. I don't know where you would use him in the game. Is my only thing though.
Well, we do use him in war, every war. Like he's really good, still just kit based, and this looks sick. I'm super excited for Wakanda Forever. Okay, and this looks dope. So I'm pretty excited about this one. Hopefully, we'll get it free to play. We'll know.
I would like it to get it free to play as well. Other costume that they did not advertise in the blog post that I do think looks very nice. Magic. Did you check out Magic's new costume?
I've seen pictures of it. Yeah, she looks
Midnight
dope.
Sun. Look at that. That looks cool.
Yeah. She looks dope. I hope this is a teaser for a Midnight Suns team.
So if you look at this, first appearance, Marvel's Midnight Suns 2022. This looks like this is related to the game. Is this related to the game that is coming out, or is this some image in the comics that I'm not familiar with?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the Midnight Suns comic, and didn't the game get postponed till next year?
I have not been following that game. I don't have time for console games and PC. I only play mobile games, but
fair enough. It looks dope there.
All right, and last but not least, I want to ask you, what is uglier? This Drax holiday costume.
Not ugly at all. This is the best.
Which made no sense to me until I saw the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special trailer, which we're going to talk about just a little bit. What is worse, the Drax one or the Groot one? I think I already know your answer, but what is your answer? Which is worse?
The Groot one is just annoying. The Drax one is epic. The Drax one is like me, but with muscles. So I like that.
Okay. Yeah, Dave, I that's the first time I was thinking, is this DorkyDad or is this Dave Bautista? I wasn't sure the first time we talked. Just need to get some green skin coloring or gray or whatever.
There you go. That's me ready to carve the turkey at Christmas. Like, let's go.
Come on, let's go carve the turkey. All right,
Yeah.
so is Rocket gonna get a costume next year?
I hope so. I'd love a full Guardians Christmas team. They're not useful, but they look festive.
They look good. Yeah, they're not using any game mode, but they look good. All right, so other good things that happen in this update, and not everything is bad. Combat speed update. Now, the way this is described, I was like, it said that if you go into Blitz and 3x speed, when you go into Arena, you don't have to click on 3x speed. I'm like, that's the way it already works. But this makes a little more sense. It's now preserved. Our speed is preserved after closing the app, and this is a good thing. This saves some time. What are your thoughts on the combat speed being preserved when you close the app and reopen it?
Yeah, cool. It saves clicking 2 buttons every time you open the app.
All right, new retreat option in the raids. After selecting quit battle in a raid match, you could choose between retreat and lose battle. Energy remains when you spend with either choice. This is a little controversial because the blog post did say that you're not going to use any energy. I thought that was a typo in the beginning, and they did correct that. But this has already saved me time from force closing the app and some time in reloading the app. Have you used this yet?
I haven't, and I'm one of the people that was very upset about that change, because you say you assumed it was a typo. Smart assumption, but it was put in brackets, and when you put something in brackets, you're putting it like purposefully. So I thought this was them acknowledging, hey, we made BioNode 2 stupid, we made Mutant Section stupid, at least for now, until Death Seed comes out. Yeah. And we made Skill Node 2 stupid as well, because when we do 3.5, Morbius is going to be one-shotting 7 Red Star characters, even if their name is Destro. So I thought this was them acknowledging that they're dumb and they don't want us to have to blow cores, only to then be like, oh no, they don't care. So to me, I'm one of the salty people still.
All right, yeah. So I was hoping that this would be something, but it wasn't. I actually started getting excited when Reddit was starting to build this up. It was like, oh, free. This is the best part of the patch coming up, and they said no. That really was a typo. So yeah, you're right in that. And then challenges sim. Now, what I thought, and the way I thought it was described, and maybe it was me interpreting wrong, I thought you click one button, everything gets claimed, but now you still got to click in. Instead of clicking it 3 times, you got to click in once. So it's not saving as much time as I thought it was. Did you expect that you click one button, all your challenges will be claimed? Or did you think you go into each challenge and instead of clicking each challenge 3 times, you click the challenge once?
I thought it is the way that they put it in. The reason for that is because there's sometimes you want to claim the other challenges, but maybe you don't want to claim the challenge that gives you your Blitz credits, right?
The Blitz and the raid health, yes.
Yeah. So I think that's why they did it that way. And yeah, I mean, it's like you say, I think it saves you, 6 or 8 clicks, which is cool. It's fine.
On some days, on Saturdays and Sundays, a lot more. On Saturdays.
God. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
All right. Now, one of the things that they said coming up is in the game is a Teal Raid Orb. Now, they didn't give timing for that. That was in the roadmap. They didn't specifically say it was going to be in this update. When do you think we're going to get a Teal War Orb coming to the game? Sooner, later? Is it going to be after everybody gets Apocalypse? They're finally going to add that? Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, they started adding these on after the first people started getting through Dark Dimension. Do you think we're going to get after Apocalypse or before Apocalypse?
Well, did they say if we're getting it this patch?
They didn't. It was in the road ahead. They said that it's something that's coming up. So it wasn't supposed to be this patch. I was hoping it was going to be this patch, but not mentioned in the post or anything. So I don't think that's coming in 6.5. Do you think that's 6.6 or way down the road that they're working on this?
Yeah, I'm going to go with you and say probably after Apocalypse, because when you think about it, you don't need Gear Tier 17 to get Apocalypse. You need Gear Tier 16 to unlock the baby version of them, right? So any Teal Orb doesn't have to be Gear Tier 17, contributes to unlocking Apocalypse, and I don't think they want to give him out willy-nilly like that. So I'm gonna say like, what is a year to them? Half of a year to them is what, 10 months? That's how long it took them to get the second roadmap out.
They're not consistent. They're not consistent with all this stuff.
So maybe in 9 months we'll get it.
Well, yeah, the second half of the year, the 2 months for the second half of the year that we have. All right, so that is what is hopefully coming up very soon, and to see some things that are coming up in this patch. Are you ready to go take a look at some data mines?
Let's do it. I love it.
All right, so I know you used to be excited about these Mojo's Mayhem, these strike passes. It looks like Mojo's Mayhem season 25 is going to be Dazzler as the character, and some misprints in this data mines as well. It says up here earn Viv Vision shards, but down here it says that Elsa, Bloodstone, and Wong are the featured characters. And of course, this is a data mine. They can still change this before this goes live, but yeah. Are you excited by Viv Vision and Dazzler coming to these passes? Are you gonna get them, or has Zombie Iron Man and this release turned you off so much that you're not spending on these?
The current passes we have right now are the first passes I have not bought since the implementation passes, and I do not plan on buying them. Okay. At least these two coming up. The Viv Vision, I like those shards. She's a very new character. She's usable in Scourge, and she's a raid character. I think that's value for the community. Dazzler is part of that Unlimited team, very strong Crucible team, very strong overall team, and again, used to unlock Apocalypse. So I like the characters they're putting into it, but with my general feelings about the game right now, I still don't think I'll buy these passes.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. You know, and especially since they've reduced the amount of shards that the passes used to have. It used to seem like, I think it was double the amount of shards that we would get in the free-to-play and the paid-win categories, and I think both of them got reduced significantly. All right, next data mine is about a pocket dimension. The trait is unknown, but the characters at least that were data mined: Thor, Jane Foster, Sif, Heimdall, Valkyrie, Hela. So a lot of the Asgardians, Loki as well. Am I missing anybody? I think that's all of them.
That's all of them.
All right, Captain America, Black Widow, Iron Man, Hulk, and Hawkeye. This seems almost like a Scourge type team. Is this? Do you think this is gonna be a pocket dimension? Is this an indication of pocket dimension coming this patch, or is this just another data mine about a pocket dimension? I think we've seen many data mines about Tower Mode and pocket dimension coming back before we actually got this. Do you think we're getting this in 6.5?
Yeah, 6.5 or maybe 6.6, because that is a long patch that they got to kind of fill in with stuff here and there, right? I like this actually, because instead of being like this random assortment of characters, they put two teams in here. They put the Hero Asgardians and they put Wave 1. The Hero Asgardians are a good new team, and they're useful in Scourge. So I like the idea that if people need to invest from scratch for Pocket Dimension, they're also investing in other things down the road where they could use this team.
I do like this, if this is true. Do you think this is too friendly, though, having two full teams there? This doesn't seem like the MO of the past Pocket Dimensions that we've had.
Yeah, so this would certainly be friendly, and in particular, friendly to newer players or smaller roster people. Instead of investing into random stuff, they get to do a team. So this would certainly be more friendly than they've been known for in the past, and I hope it's the case.
I do too. I'm crossing my fingers, but I'm not expecting much. All right, and last but not least, as far as data mines, there's a special offensive coming. Earn raid character shards and valuable resources. Earn Abomination shards with this new milestone. Abomination is not a raid character, is he? The Gamma team dies pretty early in bio, is my experience. Are you using the Gamma team in the raids?
Yeah, so Bio Node 2 is stupid. So what we do is we throw our big Gamma teams at it, and we take out up to Phoenix. We make her go dark, and then we send in our Web Warriors. Now there's no Phoenix to deal with, and then they do an easy cleanup. So it costs you 1 extra energy every day to get through the bio section, but you never have to worry about using heals.
So I actually use that strategy to deal with that Morbius on the skill node as well. I send a sacrifice team, kill Morbius, then I send in my main team. So, all right, I might have to start using that for the Gamma. All right, but what this event indicates is Core Port's 4-day milestone, earning raid credits and by earning raid credits. So save all of your raid rewards as long as possible. Save your season rewards if they come through for as long as possible till we know the date for this event, and make sure you're checking your inbox to make sure it doesn't expire.
Yeah.
But yeah, earn raid credits and spending campaign energy. So also save all your web rewards as well. So hoard, guys. You know, despite how much Scopely says they don't want to encourage hoarding, these events are encouraging hoarding. You need some raid team character shards, armory 17 orb fragments, elite 4 or 5 credits, T2 level 4 ions, gold, dark promotion credits, and more. Do you think this is going to be tied to this Future Shock milestones ending in a few days, or is this, in your opinion, going to be tied to this Black Panther milestones for next month?
Yeah, I think this will be Black Panther. And right away, I wouldn't get excited when you see dark promotion credits, guys. They've been shoving the dark promotion credits at the bottom of these milestones. And as we established earlier, you know, the last 10 milestones aren't meant for free to play anymore. So although we all want dark promotion credits because they've taken them out of the monthly event, I'm not sure we should look at these to be a source of them.
All right. You're probably right. I would still save all your stuff though.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we'll get some abomination shards. Maybe it's points towards the month-long milestone event or anything like that. All right. Last but not least, we had a couple trailers be released this week from Marvel. 2 of them. Did you see the trailers for the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which we did mention earlier, and for Ant-Man Quantumania?
I sure did. And actually today, like 20 minutes before we started this, they released another Wakanda one I got to go check out later.
Oh, okay. We'll check that out after because I didn't have that queued up. But let's go check out these special holiday trailers. And yeah, we see the ugly sweatshirt for the Groot that is in the game right now. Are you super excited for this? This, to me, this seems more like something along the lines of She-Hulk, more of a comedy show, something more funny rather than more serious. Is this what is your hype level for this?
100. My hype level is maxed out.
Nice. Is it the sweater? Is it the sweater? The Christmas sweater?
It's just Christmas, man. I love Christmas. I got 2 young kids, so Christmas is huge. I love Marvel. I kind of assume this is going to be like a 15-minute little comedy skit like you're talking about, but it's going to be great. I'm going to get some eggnog with the wife. We're going to sit down. We're going to watch this. It looks like it's got buddy cop vibe with it, with Drax and Mantis. So I think it's just going to be a lot of fun and a good little thing to do around the Christmas time.
Dude, Kevin Bacon is the MCU now. He's also playing an MC character. Does that is that breaking the continuity of that guy from Moon Knight? What is his name? Oh no, that was Ethan Hawke. Never mind. Yeah. Kevin Bacon is. I get them confused. Ethan Hawke looks kind of like Kevin Bacon now. That's
a little bit.
All right, but he is in the MCU right now. Does that mean anything? Are we going to see Kevin Bacon in Marvel Strike Force?
No. This is, I wish maybe they can when they do the one above all, they can kind of sculpt that character to look like Kevin Bacon, maybe.
All right. Yeah, this looks fun. I'm looking forward to this, but I'm going in with this with a more fun aspect of this, and I hope it's enjoyable. All right, next. This looks serious. This looks a lot more serious. This looks very substantial. There's Spider-Man. I mean, Ant-Man here. This looks fun. This looks scary. And what the hell is Cassie Lang doing in this trailer? Ruining everything. How hyped are you for Ant-Man and the Wasp coming? Or not Ant-Man Quantumania, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm super hyped because Ant-Man movies to me have been underrated. They've been so much fun. Scott Lang, portrayed by Paul Rudd, is one of my favorite things in the MCU. I forget her name, Eva. I forget how to say her last name. I'm not even gonna try it. I think she's a great actress too. I've had so much fun with the Ant-Man movies. And now, instead of getting some stupid Yellow Jacket or Ghost villain, they're getting like the new premier villain of the MCU, Kang. So I'm so hyped for this. It's it's gonna be funny, but because Kang's in it, it's gonna have some more elements of seriousness, and we're gonna see the parent child like in a relationship, right, and see how that goes.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Cassie, what have you done? You've unleashed Kang on everybody. How excited for Kang are you? I've seen some pictures of Jonathan Majors. He looks like he got jacked for this role. He's already done this role in the Loki series.
Yeah.
How different do you think this version of Kang is going to be than the one that remains at the end of Loki?
So I think the one that we saw at the end of Loki is like a crazed, kind of like isolated version. And I think this one is going to be the serious conqueror version, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So me personally, I've never had a big connection with Kang. When I saw him in the Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon, I was like, oh, he's just he's a purple weirdo character. But now the way the actor portrayed it at the end of Loki was very interesting. And now you see now this is the serious version of him. So I'm pretty hyped for it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I
am too. And let's just go just for some giggles. Let's see if we can get that Wakandan trailer up. All right, so we found the Wakanda trailer. It's a 1-minute trailer, just came out today. I've not seen this. What are you noticing here? Oh, look at that. It is Ironheart.
There's Ironheart, yeah. Very stoked to see how they introduce her, because that's a pretty cool character.
Did you see Tadano Mac there? I saw him. Look at him. He's in the new movie. Tadano Mac is there. There's that Namor. Looks very, very strong. I'm hyped for this movie. Yeah. Although the release associated with Nakia and 1 million BC Black Panther is kind of leaving a bad taste in my mouth right now for this, but I'm looking forward to this movie. How hyped are you?
I'm super hyped. Look, losing Chadwick Boseman was huge to this cast. I'm sure it was hard for them to do it. I know some people don't like that they're going with the Shuri route. I like that. I think she was a great actress. I think she did really, really well playing her part. And she's enjoyable to see on screen. And look at this, the way that the feline movements there, very, very cool. I'm super excited to see this movie. I'm gonna be taking my nephews to it on opening night because they're stoked for it.
Has it been confirmed that Shuri is the Black Panther? I think everybody was assuming that at one point, but did they make an announcement or give some kind of reveal that it is Shuri as the Black Panther?
I don't know if they did, but insiders have said that it is.
It's Shuri. It's Shuri. We knew it's Shuri. I don't know if it's official, but it's Shuri.
In one of the things, I'm not sure if it's on this trailer or a different one, she has her blaster gauntlets on when she's in the Black Panther costume midair.
Okay. I think that is, I think that was one of the one right before that. And there's Nakia in her outfit that we see in Marvel Strike Force as well. So lots of cool stuff coming up in the MCU.
Yeah.
But that is it. Hopefully there's as much hype in Marvel Strike Force coming up as there is in the MCU because, they got some making up to do with this patch and this release and stuff. Yeah. All right. Final thoughts, my brother. Are you optimistic about the direction of Marvel Strike Force going forward, or all right?
Look. Normally, I like to say yes. Normally, I like to say I'm excited for Scourge mode coming up, or I'm sure excited for Towers or this new pocket dimension. Normally, I try and look on that side, but I'm losing friends. They're dropping like flies. The whole Pants of Hulk alliance just folding. It's not a good time in the game right now, and I think that's an objective statement, and they need to kind of right the course. And hopefully they can do that, because I really enjoy this game, but more than anything, I enjoy the community. And when the community starts to get fractured, there's going to be nothing left to stay for.
Well, hopefully the community will play Marvel Snap and will follow us if we start to shift over to Marvel Snap.
There you go.
Maybe.
World of Warcraft.
All right. All right. Well, hopefully everything turns out well. Hopefully we get some communication with devs and some signs of some optimism coming up, because I have a lot of pessimism with Marvel Strike Force right now. But we're still here making content with Marvel Strike Force, and hit that subscribe button for more content, more Marvel gaming content on this channel. And check me out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and make sure you guys head over to DorkyDad's channel. The link is going to be down below. Give him a subscribe, check him out on Twitch, all that stuff, guys. Anything else you want to promote before we go, though, DorkyDad?
No, I'm going to be streaming and doing some WoW videos coming up, so if you're a fan of that game, go ahead and check it out. Let me know what you think, and I'm still covering Marvel Strike Force, because I do still love the game, more importantly, the community. So I'm excited for stuff like that.
Yeah, there's some fun things that you can do with the community as well. So that is it. Thank you, brother DorkyDad. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end. Make sure you check out some of the other videos that we have going on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Are you ready for that Hulk fist bump, DorkyDad?
Let's do it.
All right, Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin and DorkyDad out. Have a great rest of your day, guys.